up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this Friday night's main event in Indio, California between two rising prospects on the Golden Boy card. Gucci, Manny Flores taking on the undefeated Jorge Chavez. Guys, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? Could you also like this video? And right now, go down to the bottom of your screen, find the bell notification button, hit that so you never miss a video. One more thing, guys. We launched our Johnny Says Boxing Insiders Discord. With this membership, it's a monthly membership. It only costs a couple bucks a month. You get access to all of our parlay betting. You get access to a lot of the big gamblers in our group. Like I said, that link is pinned in the comment section below. Our trip around the globe has taken us at the beginning of the week to New York. We already featured the main event, an interesting fight for the vacant WBO world title at 154 pounds between undefeated Puerto Rican star Xander Zayas taking on the upset-minded Chino Garcia. Today, we cross the country and go to California, the Coachella Valley. Indio is the scene between two rising Golden Boy prospects. One is the one-loss, hard-hitting knockout artist, Manny Flores, taking on the undefeated, another high-touted prospect in Jorge Chavez. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down both guys' careers. We're going to talk a little bit about how they go about their business. And like always, stay tuned to the end of the video. That's where we'll be going over the current Las Vegas odds. I'll also be giving you my prediction and telling you where to put your money. All right, guys, these weeknight cards are some of my favorites. So in Australia, this is a Friday card. That's why I said Friday. I know some of you guys are like, it's a Thursday night card. Of course, in America, Thursday night boxing. All that aside, it kind of sets the tone for our weekend. We have that card in Detroit with Clarissa Shields. We have a card in the UK with Ryan Gardner and Reese Bellotti. But this card is packed with some young, rising talent, and it's headlined by two guys who want to take the next step in their career. One of those men is Jorge Chavez, the Orthodox fighter. He's going into this fight thinking that he does everything better than his opponent, the hometown kid, Manny Flores. He thinks he has better footwork, he thinks he has better speed, and he thinks he has better power. Granted, he's never lost. He's going to be very confident in wanting to upset the odds makers because currently he is the underdog in his opponent. He's getting the hard-hitting knockout artist. He has one loss on his record, Gucci, Manny Flores. That was 6 fights ago, and it did happen in this same town, in Indio, his hometown. But since then, he's 5-0 with 5 stoppages. The southpaw is electric when he gets going. He has power in his hands, and he's always looking to end the show. So expect fireworks. Right now, I do want to remind everybody what's at stake going into Thursday night in Indio. All right, guys, Manny Flores and Jorge Chavez will meet in a pivotal junior featherweight matchup at 122 pounds. This fight will take place from Fantasy Springs Resort Casino in Indio, California. You guys can catch it streaming on DAZN, and I quote, "At Golden Boy, we're in the business of building champions," said Oscar De La Hoya, chairman and co-founder of Golden Boy and Hall of Fame former 6th Division champ. It starts with spotting the next big stars and testing them against the best. Flores is riding the momentum of back-to-back knockout victories, and Chavez is an undefeated fighter hungry to prove he's ready for the next level. The bout represents a pair of firsts for San Diego's Chavez. A familiar face at this venue and on the series, this will mark the 6th appearance in both aspects for Chavez. However, he makes his debut as headlining act and in his first career 10-round affair. I'm excited to headline this card and can't wait to perform in front of all my Southern California fans on July 24th, Chavez said. Fantasy Springs is close to my hometown of San Diego, so I'm expecting the support to show up on fight night. Manny Flores is a good fighter, and this is the type of challenge I want, says Chavez. I know I will rise to the occasion and have an incredible performance because winning this fight will take me to the next level. Coachella's Flores will have hometown advantage in this fight, but also finds himself at a career crossroads. The 26-year-old southpaw has become a familiar face at Fantasy Springs. This clash will mark his 9th appearance in his last 11. However, it housed his lone career defeat 2 years ago in a wide margin loss over 10 rounds to Walter Santabanes. 5 consecutive wins have followed, all inside the distance, and none of which have lasted beyond the 4th round. He's hardly been fed soft fights either. Alberto Guevara has fought at the contender level, while Jorge Levia was never stopped in previous 21 fights before he succumbed inside of 4 rounds to Flores on March 6th at this very location. Guys, this is an exciting matchup between two fighters under the age of 26, 126, 125. Both guys want to take the next level, and both guys look in their opponents' faces in thinking that a victory will propel them to that aforementioned next level. Right now, let's take a closer look at Jorge Chavez and see what the undefeated fighter has been up to in his career. Guys, Chavez is 14-0 with 8 knockouts out of 1,465 fighters in the world at 122 pounds. He's ranked number 45. He's fought a career total of 65 pro rounds and carries into the ring a 57% career knockout to win ratio. The 25-year-old was born in Mexico but calls San Diego, California home. We last saw him fight Brandon Douglas, 13-1 UD in the 8th, Casero 12-3 UD in the 8th, Katani 8-2 UD in the 6th, Carter 13-7 stopped him in the 6th, Alguin 16-34 won a UD in the 6th. So Jorge Chavez, he's stepping up. It's his first main event at this big venue, and it's also his first 10-round fight. The undefeated Orthodox fighter is very confident going into this fight. He goes about his business out of the ring a little bit differently. He kind of keeps his chin down, a little bit quiet, doesn't really market himself too much on social media, and out of his own mouth, he says he lets his performances do the talking. He's good everywhere. When you watch his film, you kind of like what you see. You like his footwork, you like his movement. His fight IQ has been sound thus far, and it's going to be interesting to see how he handles this test in front of him against Flores. Right now, let's take a look at the hometown kid, the favorite, Gucci Manny, and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Manny Flores is 20-1 with 16 knockouts out of 1,465 fighters in the world at 122 pounds. He's ranked 33. He carries into the ring an 80% career knockout to win ratio, and he's fought a total career of 68 pro rounds. His adoring fans know him as Gucci, and the 26-year-old American is a 5'7" southpaw. He was born in Rancho Mirage, California, but calls Coachella, California, USA home. We last saw him fight Levia, 18-3, stopped him in the 4th. Olivo, 21-4, stopped him in the 1st. Aaron Belay, 23-6, stopped him in the 2nd. Guevara, 27-6, stopped him in the 2nd. Ortiz, 17-7, stopped him in the 2nd. And the fight before that was his only loss, his first loss to Santa Baines. He lost a wide margin decision. That was in India. It was in front of his people. And it was interesting to see how he would come back from that. And in that, he's gone 5-0 with 5 wins, all by stoppage. The southpaw is electric. He trains with Joel Diaz, so you know what comes with that camp. You're going to expect a well-rounded game plan. You're going to expect discipline, and you're going to also have high expectations. This is a guy, and this is a camp who believe that Manuel Flores has what it takes to climb the ladder to 122 pounds and eventually fight for world titles. When I look at these fighters side by side, there's not a lot that separates them. You can make what you will about the one loss. You can make what you will about the age and the height and the reach. Southpaw versus Orthodox. The southpaw is going to be the bigger puncher in Flores. He is going to be the one who's going to want to get on his front foot and walk Chavez onto his backhand. He's always looking for the knockout, and it's going to be interesting to see if Chavez uses that aggression against Flores and counters him and makes him pay over a 10-round affair. We'll see if this one goes to the cards. I feel the longer this fight goes, it probably favors the underdog, Jorge Chavez, considering what Manuel Flores likes to do and ends the fight early. Before we take a look at the odds and I give you my prediction, I want to let everybody know I do live streams every day. So that's why I tell you to hit the bell notification button so you can be notified. In those live streams, we build our week-long parlays every week with all the fights going on throughout the world, not just in America or Australia. I give you my method of victory bets. I give you my long shot bets. I give you over-unders, knockdown parlays, all that good stuff. But in these videos, the stats don't lie breakdowns. You're only going to get my money line prediction. Guys, let's pull out our betting apps. Down here in Australia, the app that I use is called Sports Bet, and on the money line, Manuel Flores is a $1.37 favorite, meaning you put 100 on him to win, you get your money back plus $37. The draw is 16-1. Jorge Chavez is a $3.45 underdog, meaning 100 on Jorge, you get your money back plus 200 in 45 bucks. So Jorge Chavez, the undefeated fighter, not quite a 3-1 underdog. There's great value in terms of money, risk versus reward with your returns just on the money line with him. I know he has a lot of fans from San Diego. Coachella Valley is not too far away. I do expect, obviously, this to be a pro Manny Flores crowd. You always have to keep that in mind when you're thinking about betting, when you're thinking about the A side versus B side, and on the scorecards. I do have the $1.37 favorite up on my book, so I'm going heavy on Gucci Manny Flores to be enough to beat Jorge Chavez. I think he's a class above, and I think he is on an upward trajectory to fight at the next level with some title contender, title eliminator fights in the not so distant future. Guys, this is not an echo chamber. Let me know in the comment section below. How do you see this one playing out? Do you see Gucci Manny Flores getting the victory? Or do you see the young undefeated fighter, Jorge Chavez, keeping that O and moving up in the rankings after this fight? Also, if you haven't seen my breakdown, analysis, and prediction of the main event in New York this weekend between undefeated 22-year-old Puerto Rican star Xander Zayas fighting for his first world title, the vacant WBO strap at 154 pounds, between the upset-minded Chino Garcia. Stay tuned to the channel because that's coming up right now.